Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be chatting with an old friend of mine. I've known her since we were in second grade in elementary school. We also went to middle school and high school together. Her name is Shella Monterrosa-Carpio, and I haven't seen her in about 5 years or so, and we're going to catch up a little bit here on the podcast and reminisce about the old days and stuff. She's an awful sweet girl and religious, and she was living up in Utah for a while, and then she came back down to California in the Bay Area and stuff, and we're going to talk about that and everything. She has a baby now and all that stuff. Yeah, she's really cool, and I can't wait to catch up with her and stuff. I can't believe, too, it's September. August went by so damn fast, and this summer has been very dark for me. A lot of craziness is happening with me and shit within the family and financially and all that shit, but I've overcome so many obstacles, I don't even give a fuck. So it's all good, but I can't believe September is here, so happy September 1st, and happy Labor Day, which is Monday, and all that shit. So, yeah, here is my interview with Shella Monterrosa-Carpio. Hi, Shella.
Hi, Tommy. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you, hun?
Good, thank you. Just got the one of the two girls into bed for her nap.
Oh, how many do you have?
I have two now.
Oh, I forgot. I thought you had just one. I forgot.
Yeah, well, the other one, she's only 2 months old, so I just had her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an adventure.
Yeah, that's why I don't have kids.
You know what? That's good. Very good. Yes, you definitely need to want them to have them because, it requires a lot of work, and if there's no desire of it, I don't recommend it either.
Yeah, I don't want them right now. I'm too busy pursuing show business and all that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, how about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. This year has been a challenging year, the most challenging year I've had since I've been out of the accident and everything. But it's just a bump in the road. It's a detour, and it's going to get better by next year.
All right, yeah. I do know it's very challenging. I mean, from what I've heard, I don't really know too many people in the show business, but just some people with experiences and what they say, it just seems really tough.
Yeah, it's very tough, and you just keep trying. If you love it that much, you keep trying, and you have to love it in order to succeed in it. And
you know what, you're absolutely right, Tommy. You really do need to love what you do, because then you'll be miserable.
yeah,
And I don't want to be miserable. You gotta love what you do.
I was miserable working in retail and security before my accident. I wasn't passionate about that at all, but I had to do it because I was drinking at the time, and I wasn't in my right mind and everything. I should have been doing this then, but I wasn't. And they didn't. The places I worked for didn't even want me in the beginning. I had to convince them to want me, and I'm getting to that point now where I'm 190 episodes of this show. And I'm meeting all these contacts where I'm getting to that point where I'm convincing people to want me for certain things.
Yeah. I think that's how it is with a lot of businesses. You have to kind of sell yourself, because sometimes if they're not expecting you, or maybe they don't even want you, and you just gotta kind of show yourself. My spouse was like that when he was looking for some job.
Mm-hmm.
In his experience, he just had to sell himself, even though no one was hiring. He would just go out there and say what he does, and hopefully they like his talent, his experience, and would accept him. So it's kind of like that. It's about everywhere we go, not just in jobs. where we just have to kind of show ourselves to, our talents, our good deeds, our desire, our loyalty, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Now, go ahead. Well, go ahead. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
Oh, and I was going to say, so you're in Reading right now. You're living there?
In Reading, yeah. And I don't like it. It's hot. There's fires here. There's smoke outside right now. I just don't like this town at all. I can't wait to be leaving soon.
When you told me that, the first thing that came in my mind were the beautiful trees that I have passed by there. And that was the first thing that came on my mind, but we completely forgot about all the fires that's happening there.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
how's the air? Is the air quality really, really bad? Because it's not great here, but I'm sure it's not as, it's okay.
It smells like smoke over there. It smells like smoke over here. There's no other way to say it. It just smells like fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Are you at a point where you need to be wearing masks or anything like that? Or is it still okay?
Where I need what? Wear masks. Some people have done that. I mean, the first week that this was going on, it was that bad. I had to, I just put a scarf over my face. That's all I did. But a lot of people were wearing masks, so it was pretty bad.
Oh my goodness. Well, how are the people there? Are they evacuating, or are they just living there and they're okay, just hoping that it's close?
They did evacuate, but a lot of them are here. So a lot of people are moving out and going to wherever they are. We have a lot of people in this apartment complex who go to this Christian school that's actually a cult, and there's YouTube videos to prove it. And they come here thinking it's going to be a normal Christian school, and then when they find out it's a cult, they get out of here.
Oh my goodness, how scary!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. But yeah, you and I, we've known each other since second grade.
Yeah, I was telling, you remember meeting my husband, Antonio?
Yeah.
I told him about that. He goes, oh yeah, you're from high school. And yeah, we went to Parkside and Bayside for middle school and then high school.
Yep, absolutely. And
have you seen the schools lately? I mean, have you been to San Mateo?
I've been to San Mateo a number of times. Yep. I don't like the way it looks now, all rebuilt. Especially the building's fine, but the gym, it just reminds me of Burlingame's gym. I can't get into it. It's not the pit,
High school? I haven't been to the high school yet. At least not inside. I mean, I've passed it. And that was about it. My parents, they lived in San Mateo. Before I moved here to Concord, I was with my parents in San Mateo, but they decided to sell their home. And which financially was a smart move, but we've been living in that house for 28 years, so it was really hard. But while I was there, I just passed San Mateo, and I always wanted to have a tour because I never did get a tour. Did you get to go inside the school itself?
No, I've seen it from the doors open. That's all I really need to see.
Mm-hmm.
But just before my accident, I was doing prop handling for a Broadway by the Bay production, and the Performing Arts Center was being halfway rebuilt at the time, and so we had a meeting at the little theater, the Flex Theater, and yeah, I got to see the Performing Arts Center being reconstructed during that time and stuff. But I've been to the new gym a bunch of times because my niece has dance recitals there at Christmas time. Yeah.
Oh, nice. How does it look?
Yeah, it looks like Burlingame's gym. I just think it just doesn't look that good, in my opinion.
I remember the original gym. I mean, I remember going there for basketball games, which I really liked. I really liked how unique it was compared to all the other high school gyms. And I've never seen a high school with a gym like that before. And
Yeah.
so I thought that was really neat. And how throughout the years people were able to carve, their initials or something in the on the wood.
Right.
The front part of where you're sitting, there was this, what do you call that? There's a part right there in front that you were able to carve. Do you remember that?
I try to picture it in my mind.
And so, you know how the high school was, you know how the gym was on the ground and everyone's seated, their seats were up high?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like that.
Yeah, I miss it. I remember all the games I went to there, quad nights. Oh, I missed those. Those were great. Got to see all 4 basketball teams perform. Those were fun.
And I have also noticed that the track and field is different too. So they put in
Turf.
things that were new.
Yeah, they put turf in there.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Oh my goodness. It makes me very happy to see how nice it looks, but it makes me very sad because the high school that we went to is almost not recognizable. From the outside, yes, but when you go inside, it's nothing like when we were in Iceland. That's what makes me a little sad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We got to be there right at the end, and we're lucky for that. I'm glad I got to do that.
That's true. I mean, do you remember when they made that announcement that it was all of a sudden? They said, today is our last day here. We're not going to be coming here then. Everyone needs to pack their things from their lockers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I remember it so clearly. I was with Miss Cherabori, and she was my home, homeroom teacher?
Homeroom, yeah.
High school terminology, I'm forgetting about it. It's so long.
Yeah. There's only like maybe 1 or 2 teachers left from when we were there. Mr. Friedman, and I think Mr. Riot is still there, but that's about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, a lot of them were pretty old, and a lot of them were just, not happy there, and they left or something.
Well, even the cost of living now is ridiculous for any teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember? Mrs. Ira Hedda?
Yes, I do. I never had her as a teacher, but I do know who she was.
A month before I moved, I had lunch with her at Red Robin, and
No way.
I never had her as a teacher, but I knew her, and oh my God, she is everything the opposite of a teacher. She loves to say fuck a lot. I'll tell you.
She likes to what?
She likes to say fuck a lot.
Forck?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And she told me when she was younger, she used to smoke a lot of marijuana.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
God, she feels now.
She doesn't do that anymore. She told me, but yeah, we were like she's like one of the guys. We were just like talking dirty and having fun and stuff, and I did not expect that from her at all.
Well, definitely teachers have a life after, outside of school, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, like, do you remember our librarian from Parkside, Mrs. Vasco?
No, I don't remember her, unfortunately.
Yeah, she got there.
I knew there was a librarian. And
yeah, she got there when we were in 5th grade. Her son was a couple years younger than us. I knew him, and I I've been to her other son, who's like 5 years younger than us. He's a friend of mine. I've been over at their house over the years and stuff, and they're all potheads too, and they all swear a lot too. And so, yeah, certain teachers and stuff, yeah, in their personal lives, they're completely the opposite.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising when you see how they are outside. But I guess it makes sense because, teachers, they want to give the best example, and they're working, so they need to be professional too when they are at school.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it could be completely different outside. But I wonder how it is now because, with social media, they can, they're teachers, and they have to be good examples, and they're trying to make sure that we follow those good examples. But then social media, they have a different lifestyle that can maybe even contradict what they're trying to teach, but it is sometimes very different.
Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of teachers from high school on Facebook. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to remember Mrs. Watson. I'm friends with her. Miss McCabe.
Oh, I remember Miss McCabe.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I remember her. How old is she now?
She's got to be in her mid-60s.
Yeah, wow.
Do you,
It would be so nice to see these teachers.
do you remember Mrs. Sintos?
Yes, of course.
She went to see me perform stand-up in a comedy contest back in 2012, and I don't know why this happened, but she left hella early, did not acknowledge me after the show. She acknowledged me on Facebook, and then she blocked me not too long after that. It was really weird.
I wonder what may have happened. That's sometimes it's really tough, and I can only, I don't know, maybe give empathy or so when it's scary when you. Well, I don't want to assume the worst. Worst case, something happened that she didn't like, and she did it, but didn't let you know, hey, Tommy, I can no longer be friends, or maybe this is not the right relationship or something. It's sometimes hard to confront someone.
It's not hard for me.
Want to be friends.
It's not hard for me to confront anybody. I can tell somebody if I don't like them or I don't want to be friends with them.
Yeah, well, that's good that you have it, but I think it's very hard for a lot of people. Like, I have noticing that it's very hard, and I know I can't please everyone, and well, I mean, everyone just has different of opinion and different lifestyles, especially living in such a diverse place. It's really hard to please everyone, I think.
I don't want to please everyone. I just want to please everyone who's like me,
Yeah, you'll definitely find them, and then those who don't will just say, thank you, even if, or maybe not, maybe they'll just close the door.
Yeah, I don't know.
Enjoy the people who do, right?
Yeah.
Wow, and who else are you that you speak with from high school?
I talked to a lot of people who went to Aragon because I was supposed to go to Aragon, but my parents transferred me to San Mateo because they went there, and I talked to a lot of Aragon people like Ben Lorente.
Well, I know, I think more than half of the people in our class in Eastside went to Aragon.
That's what I mean. Yeah, a lot of Bayside people went to Aragon, like Ben Lorente.
I remember Ben. I remember he would always want to copy my homework from Spanish.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He was so bad when he was young, and then he changed by the time his firstborn child died. He completely changed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That must have been really tough. Oh, I mean, wow, Yeah, sometimes things like that really make you think. Sometimes one has to have an experience, live an experience to realize maybe I need to change a few things.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, wow. Well, I went to the Parkside, thinking that it would be really nice to walk around the school that I used to go.
Yeah.
And they have bars all over it. And
Yeah.
and you know, and I just saw something on Facebook that it says it was Burrell. They had a picture of Burrell.
Mm-hmm.
And they had bars around the campus.
Oh, wow.
They said Burrell or Bar L. And it's really scary to see those kind of things now because, well, I mean, they're obviously doing this to protect the kids, which is a good thing. But it's kind of sad that we've gotten to that point.
Yeah, well, there was a pedophile at Parkside who actually was a couple years younger than us, who went to school with us, who did it. Yeah, and I remember he was in the papers because he went there, Horrell, and then some school in Daly City, and tried to like kidnap some kids or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when you were there?
This was in 2012, but yeah, he was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was a couple years younger than us.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and I know his sister.
Wow. Man, I mean, you know a lot of people from our schools.
Unfortunately, I do.
Oh, wow. Oh, I got my little one here next to me. I hope, I don't know if you can hear her. I'm just
I hear, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe that. I unfortunately have lost touch with a lot of people. Living in another state, living out of the country too, and
Yeah.
now living out of a different city. It's you just all the time myself just for I talk to people here locally now. Well, it's kind of partially my fault too because I'm not really on social media very much. I don't carry my cell phone. I still have a flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, I still have a flip phone.
Yeah.
And so my life is just now the two little girls that I have to care for now.
Yeah. Well, the last time I saw you was 5 years ago or so, and I was homeless for a while, leading up to my accident.
Yeah. Why? If you don't mind me asking, what happened living with your parents? I mean, that's what a lot of people now do.
I was living with
in the
them.
Bay Area. Oh my goodness, you have to be a doctor or a software engineer.
Well, it wasn't even that. My mom's ex-boyfriend took advantage of us and took all our money and stuff, and so I was staying in hotels, staying at friends' places while she was up here with my godparents or in Livermore. She was just going wherever she could, and I had to spend a couple of Christmases and Thanksgivings at Narcotics Anonymous meetings that had free meals and stuff, because there'd be times when my mom's
that experience for you.
Yeah, my mom's energy would be so drained, like she couldn't even drive that far to the Bay Area to see me at the holidays. So I went to Narcotics Anonymous meetings alone for Thanksgiving and Christmas because that's all I had and stuff. It was for a couple of years, and then when my mom got the place here in January of last year, it was a miracle.
Oh, and how was that experience for you?
It was not a good one because before the accident I was just drinking every day, getting depressed. I got into a lot of fights and confrontations with people, and I was a mess and stuff. And then the accident changed my perspective on life at that time and helped me. And it's done really good because all I've been doing is just trying to reach my goals and my dreams,
So the accident was kind of like a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm. It was the best thing that ever happened to me.
we were living with my parents, and and we actually chose to move back to the Bay Area, and we thought, well, that's okay. We can live poor and happy, right? I mean, that would be. It wasn't living poor, but I mean, living in the Bay Area, you have to live less because you only can't afford so much, right?
Right.
And even though you're making good money, but here in the Bay Area it's a little different. Defining the middle class is different here nationally, but
Right.
But yeah, and so my parents they decided to sell their house 2 months after my daughter was born, my first one.
Right.
And so Antonio and I we decided we moved here to Concord, and I was really sad. I was very, very upset, and it wasn't a good time for me. But the fact that but now they moved to a different state.
Mm-hmm.
Realized that having them far, like having this distance, really was actually a good thing for us, and it made us closer.
Mm-hmm.
We had maybe you've heard of distance makes the heart fonder.
Yeah.
So, sometimes that would happen to us that we can't control, and then it's actually a good thing. And
Right.
so, and we just have to find it sometimes, or we just have to recognize it, and sometimes it's very, very difficult.
Right.
But it sounds like the accident that you had, which is very bad. A lot of people could see it. Oh my goodness, that's the worst thing that could ever happen to me. But it kind of ended up being a good thing for you personally. And so.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth. I mean, those 5 months. I mean, the 30 days I spent in a coma. That and the 5 months in the hospital. Oh my God, it was just bad. I was in ICU the first month I was awake. I was in there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there the whole time I was in the coma, but I was there the first couple of weeks I was awake. I had some great nurses, great doctors, everything was great, and then the rehab people were just mean. I mean, just oh my God, because they don't know me, they don't know how much of a fast healer I am and shit, and they were just being absolutely mean to me and stuff. And I didn't take anything from them, I'll tell you. I didn't take any shit from them, and I was so glad I got out the day before my birthday, and it was so liberating. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. I thought I was going to be in there for another year, quite frankly, because my leg was in so much pain and so hurting because I broke it in 7 places, and I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was so thankful that it did. I mean, also the worst parts too, I couldn't shower for 6 months because I had this wound from my torso to my belly button. I had this wound and had to wait for it to heal and stuff. And I had my gallbladder out in early 2016, and the wound is completely gone. It's now a scar. It's actually pretty attractive, I have to say. Although my belly button's not as cute as it used to be. It used to be adorable.
It may be a reminder of the things that you learned from it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a humbling experience as well, and it makes you appreciate a lot of things, like taking a simple shower on your own, right?
Right. Right. I'm just so grateful. But how are you liking it in Concord, though?
Well, I can tell you that I do not like the heat here. I don't like it. It gets to the 90s and 100s.
Yeah.
A little bit. I think I've had a few days where it was maybe 100, 101.
Yeah.
And it's in the high 90s for a week or a couple of weeks.
Right.
But, oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind the heat.
Mm-hmm.
whether it's fat or water. It keeps me very warm.
Yeah.
I have an extra lighter, right?
Right.
And when it's very hot, it's as if I'm walking with a coat on in the middle of summer. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not fun. Now, if I was at my normal weight, I think I would have been okay. I would have been okay. I still not feel the heat, but I would have been okay. And so, since I just had a baby and it's the middle of the summer, I still have that extra coat and it was tough. When I had my first daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I had that extra coat, but it was the winter, so it was okay. So I'm not complaining about the extra weight. It's something very normal. It's part of, being part of the female body of having a baby. But it does make it very uncomfortable in the summer. So I'm not a big fan of the heat here. The winter is warmer than it is in San Mateo.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I wish I would live on the peninsula. I think it's just nicer. I feel that I can wear, my parents' home. We didn't have AC. We had the wind. Living right there on right off of Kehoe.
Yeah.
You have the water there, so it was really nice. But where I live now, we don't have an AC. The house was built in the mid-40s. So, no AC. We had to go ahead and invest in some fans. But, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I guess if you're a person who likes the heat, it's great.
Well, did you look at any places in Fremont or Newark?
Well, no, because the reason why we moved here in Concord is because Antonio, his job is here.
Uh-huh.
It was really nice. If there is something that we do like is that his commute is very small.
Mm-hmm.
His office is a 14-minute round trip from the house, and it's very nice, and we like that. And since I work from home, well, I can really work anywhere. So it was just smart for us to move here where his job was. So
Mm-hmm.
for us, it's very important that we have that time as family than him being away. We prefer, because we could live somewhere else with a bigger house, bigger yard, everything much bigger. But that means the commute would be much longer. And for us, that's not. For us being close, even though it's a smaller home, but being close and spending more time together is better for us. So that's why we're here in Concord as his job.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to be doing when the new year hits. I'll either move back to the Bay Area for a short time and then go to LA, or I might go straight to LA. I don't know yet. And I may just be there for a month and just try to network and see if I can get anything done or anything like that. But definitely I'm going to spend more time in LA next year.
Excited. I'm super excited about that.
I'm very excited.
And where are you going to move exactly?
I don't know. It's just if we can find some. If I can maybe rent a. If I'm going by myself, maybe I can find somebody I know down there to rent a guest room, or if me and my mom go down there, we can find something hopefully cheap. She's retiring in February on her 65th birthday, and we may be able to spring something. But if not, I could always rent a guest room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because I went to LA 2 years ago for the first time since I was 8 years old, and
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
well, because after a certain point, the family vacation stopped. There was a lot of drug and alcohol stuff going on in the family,
Mm-hmm.
and just divorce, a lot of stuff, and I never got to be able to go anywhere because I was always broke and stuff. And I won a lawsuit settlement for the accident and stuff. So I went to LA for 8 days with a guy who I'm not friends with anymore, unfortunately. but we were down there. We had a great time and did a lot of cool stuff. Went to see a lot of landmarks and everything. And one thing I did notice, though, it's starting to become like the Bay Area in terms of like just things that are being built there or have been built and stuff like that. It's just really weird and stuff. Like when I was on, what's that street that has Grauman's Chinese Theater and the Walk of Fame and everything? I couldn't believe how different it is now than it was when the first time I was there in 1990.
Oh man, yeah, I bet. Well, the reason why I'm surprised that you haven't been there in a long time is because of your show business. I would think that you would go there because there may be more of more opportunities over there. I do know that LA is the place that everyone goes for getting anything in the show business.
Yeah.
I don't know about here in the Bay Area.
No. In the Bay Area, it's good to go there to start, but you got to go to LA to finish, or maybe even New York. But I don't want to go to New York because I have friends down there who hate it and they want to get out of there.
Well, over there in New York, you probably have to have multiple articles of clothing because they do have all 4 seasons over there. So you would have to have your summer clothes like your winter clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's not a reason to go, but I hear the winters are really tough over there.
Yeah.
But in LA, you just know you can wear shorts, a t-shirt, maybe a sweater, all year round.
Yep, I love it. That's why I want to go and stuff. And plus, there's all these great movie screenings for anniversary stuff there that I love, because I'm such a movie guy and all that. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, I bet. Oh, that's so nice. And would you consider taking a day job?
My doctor recommended not doing a day job because before the accident, my blood pressure was pretty high from all the stress from working in retail and security and drinking and all that stuff. And it's better to have my blood pressure down, and because I have metal in my leg, I can't squat or run or bend or kneel anymore and stuff. But for show business, I can write, I can talk, that kind of stuff. But I just can't do an actual job, so I collect disability at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say maybe something temporary, something that maybe a desk job, something very light. I'm sure that might help a little bit. I work from home, and I'm on my in my office all day and sitting down. But I am thinking of getting up those stand-up desks, which might help. I don't have to be sitting all day, but I'm not saying a full time, but maybe something part time.
Well, if I need extra money, I can go to host trivia or comedy night like I did before in the bars and stuff to make some extra cash. I can do that,
Oh, okay. Or maybe and maybe not just for money, but maybe some volunteering.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Get your name out there. I think that is what helps me a lot.
Oh, I got something funny to tell you. The last time I saw you, around that time, right? I was volunteering to do concessions at this theater in Redwood City that had just moved from Palo Alto called the Dragon Theater. They got some great 2-act plays there, where it's just people talking. There's no musicals, just people talking, acting. And I volunteered for this one play, and I loved it so much because I get to see the shows for free when I volunteer. So I did it for about 6.
Oh, nice.
I did it 6 times, right? It was great. Then I come back for the next show a month later, and they decide that they're going to have 2 concession stand people instead of 1. And so for a couple of shows of this one, the second one that I did, I was paired up with this woman. She didn't do any work at all except stand around and drink wine and complain about stuff, right?
Oh,
Yeah. So then the third show, I think I worked with her at least once or twice on the third show, if I'm not mistaken, out of 6 times. And then I go to the Christmas party that they have at the end of the year. And this is like right after, or maybe just before, or it was right after, right around the time that I found out that we lost our apartment and we were going to be homeless. I go to this Christmas party, and an announcement is made that they have a new staff member, and it was her. And I was furious because I didn't. They were making her a board of trustees, right? I did not want that job, but I did want a paid job. That's why I volunteered. I was hoping it was going to lead to that. So I was just furious. So I stayed away from them for about a year. And then just before my accident, I volunteered for them at least twice because I had nothing else to do. And I had just gotten let go from that theater production that I told you about earlier with the props and everything. And yeah, and then I had my accident, and I went to go see a show right after the accident when I came back and everything, but that was about it. I don't know. They're a very weird theater company, but they do put on good shows.
Oh, okay. I wonder why they hired that lady. Obviously, they saw something that was really worth having her on their team.
I have no idea. She's not there anymore, though. I found out when I came back from the accident and I went to the show, I found out she lasted like a little under a year, and then she was gone. So I guess they found out pretty quickly that she wasn't the right fit.
Probably. Wow. Yeah, it's sometimes, people see things differently, and, we see one thing, and, well, when there's things that are not so good, secrets, they end up coming out one way or the other, or something goes out.
Oh yeah, look at the Louis C.K. scandal.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, you haven't heard about that one?
No. What is that?
For about a year now, the comedian Louis C.K., he's had the scandal. He was like using his power to get female comedians into his hotel room to talk about I think movies or TV shows he was involved in, about giving them parts in it, and instead of that, he masturbated in front of them.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them. Something is going on with them that they have to do things like that. They can't find pleasure in other things instead of being inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah. I mean,
we need more love in this world. Because there's too many bad things going on.
We need a lot more love in this world. I mean, do you remember when we were growing up, like, all the neighbors on your block knew each other?
I did.
It's not like that. It's not like that anywhere.
I do remember it.
It's not.
We try to do that here.
Well,
It's
not.
It's not like that over there with you guys?
It's not like that here. It wasn't like that before I left the Bay Area. It's just terrible. Like, everyone is in their own little world. And you know what? I don't think those people are quite aware of it, because a lot of people, there's, I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm sure you have, since you've been back in the Bay Area. You go to San Francisco, right? All the mental facilities are on the streets. There's crazy homeless people everywhere that are just mentally insane, And I think it's also like that in a lot of, upper class households too. I don't think people are aware that they're mentally sick,
Oh no, you're absolutely right. Do you remember the case? And of course, I have to think about the ones that have families because I'm a mom.
Yeah.
But do you remember the case of that family who had, I think they had like 13 kids, and they had them locked in their home, and they were starving them to death, and they soiled themselves, and it was really bad. And they were chained up in their home, and it was 13 kids. The
Wow.
oldest was, I don't know, maybe 25, 28, but he looked like he was 15 because they didn't feed him and he was malnourished. Do you know which
No.
one I'm talking about?
No, 13 kids. Wow.
Yeah, it was his family, and it was really crazy. And the neighbor said he had no idea that was happening. He had absolutely no idea. Now, of course, no one is telling him, it's your fault or anything, and of course it's not. But I was really surprised that he didn't talk to his neighbors. He said he never spoken to them. He didn't even know there were kids there. And I was really, really surprised. And I think a lot of this, at least, I don't know, for me, I live in Salt Lake. People over there, they definitely come to you and say, hey, hi, how are you? And they even sometimes bring you a loaf of homemade zucchini bread. And it was really nice. And, of course, where I lived in San Mateo, I grew up there, so we already knew our neighbors. But I ended up liking that tradition, and Antonio and I, we like to know our neighbors. So we know our neighbors very well. We know who has kids, who doesn't, who has dogs, who has cats. We even have phone numbers. And to me, that's normal. But I don't understand how you can live in a place, if it's in an apartment complex or in a house. Yeah, you like to respect each other's privacy, but at least say hello and how are you? Hey,
Right.
I've had someone here that asked for a couple of eggs, and I said, of course, here are some eggs if you want to go to the store.
Yeah.
A lot of that has been lost, Tommy. I really do, and if people want to live that way, I think they have to start with themselves, introducing themselves, and I think a lot of people are still scared of that, of going up to someone they don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
I definitely think that, and I'll tell you, because we live in like the middle of nowhere for me, because I don't drive. I've always taken bus, and we do have a bus stop here and everything, but I don't have that much money to like get on the bus. By the time my rent is paid and everything, so like I go to the pool and sauna here, and there are people at the pool. Oh my God, they're just so full of themselves and so judgmental. Like, oh my God, if you got kids, right, and they see you and you're like their age, but you don't have any kids or anything, they instantly treat you like you're a creeper or a predator or something. It's weird.
Maybe you had bad experience with people who were. I don't know.
Well, I have found out that Redding is a pedophile capital. I know that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh God, it's pretty bad over here.
Oh, wow. What are they doing to help the community with that?
I wouldn't know. That crap doesn't interest me. I mean, if I caught somebody doing something like that, I would turn them in. But I don't know. I don't get involved with any of that stuff.
Wow. I do know there's a website where you can see if there is someone who has been that has a record of it. It is
Yes.
considered public record.
Yes.
Ready? I had no idea. I wouldn't have known. Well, I wouldn't have been interested either because.
Yeah, but you can go on the internet and find
you
it.
just go there and you pass by. But wow.
Yeah, they're really weird over here, and like I'm a guy who's very blunt, and I'm not politically correct in any way, and they're very prunella over here and stuff. They're just easily offended and religious and conservative and all that stuff, and it's just I get to a point now where I just don't even make conversation with them if we're in the hot tub. If they talk to me, fine, but I'm not even going to say nothing.
You're just gonna do the hot stuff. Well, you know what? So you know what, Tommy?
Uh-huh.
Think of it this way. It could be a nice challenge because even though it is, you're only seeing one side of it, it's
Yeah.
It's really nice that you can, learn from them, even though you don't like them. But I think it's a good challenge to learn from them, what they like, what they don't like. Because I think in LA, you obviously won't get a lot of those people, but you are going to get a lot of different types of people. And I don't know, maybe it might help with having a conversation, with talking with people.
Well,
it's kind of like learning, what is it? What's that saying? Have your friend, what is it?
Keep your enemies, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm not saying that these people are your enemies, but I'm saying I think it's a good challenge to see, what they do, what they have, to help you when you go to LA, because you're going to get everything off of there. Well, I mean, kind of like in the Bay Area, too.
Well,
you get everything.
In LA, they're very much free spirits over there. You have to be in this industry. You have to be. But ever since my accident, I've been not very tolerant of people who are just prudes. I can't describe it. It's just like I get annoyed so easily now when people are. It's not so much that they're different. I mean, I accept all people, whether they're different or not and stuff. I just don't like people who try to stand on a soapbox and try to hammer their beliefs at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those kind of people.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Well, I just have to. It's a challenge. It is a challenge, and I guess we all have that.
I mean,
you always have someone like that. I've seen people say things that are, contradicts everything that I believe in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of defend them for letting them say what they say, even though I don't agree with them, because,
Right.
well, if I don't allow them to express themselves, then that means I can't be allowed to express myself either. So, if I want to express myself and I'm allowed to, that means I have to let everyone else do, even if I don't believe in them or believe in what they're saying.
Right.
Even if it's everything that contradicts what I believe in.
Right.
But I'm definitely, but it is a challenge. It's really hard to hear those things. But the thing is, we can always walk away from it.
Right.
We don't have to say it, listen, we can always walk away. So we do have that choice, right?
Right. And then there's people who are like me where they're like, okay, they're freaky, but they don't wear it on their sleeve. But yet there's something about them that I can see. There's something about them I can see where I just know that they're freaky like me, and I try to find it, and a lot of the time I succeed in that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And there were some people I met here last summer that were like that, but they ended up being toxic and they ended up moving out of here. Good riddance. But yeah, I've done that, and that's worked out good. I was curious though, Shella. What color are your toenails painted?
They are actually glitter. Not colored, just glitter.
Can you guess what color I have?
What is that?
Can you guess what color I have?
I can only imagine them being either. Okay, the first thing that came in my mind was purple, but I also am thinking of orange.
You were right about purple.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Nope.
That is the first thing that popped in my mind. Seriously, it did.
Yeah. What made you think about purple? Did I have them before that you saw? I can't remember.
No, I don't know. It was just purple. Well, maybe it's because I'm looking at a purple unicorn right now, which is one of my daughter's toys. But I don't think that is anything that came on my mind. I just had a purple. It's a pretty color.
Yeah. I've actually never had orange, but I'll tell you something. The night of our graduation, we came back. We came back from grad night, and Molly Zucker's mother had orange painted toenails, and
Oh, really?
yes, and she was like, chaperoning the whole thing and everything and stuff. And I told her just how gorgeous they were and stuff, and she was so flattered by that. And I wish I had mine painted like that and stuff. But I don't know. I've never been in the mood to like paint them orange. I've never really had to. I've always used purple, white French tip, red, pink, those kind of colors.
No, no way. Oh man, I wish I had more time to do my nails, but I did mine during while I was in the car. Not driving though. I was waiting for the car to get warm up, and it was good where you don't have to be very precise. So you just put it on your nails, and it was just sparkle. But
Oh my
but I
God.
really hope I can start doing that.
Oh my God, that's what I call a real lady who can multitask like that. I love that.
Oh man. Well, when you have a new lifestyle, you kind of have to adapt to the time that you have.
Oh yeah, I used to be friends with this one girl. She used to paint her nails at work all the time, and she worked in a cubicle.
Oh, really? I wonder what her coworkers thought, because having it in a cubicle, it can have a very strong aroma.
Yeah, I don't know. I never asked her.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, so
Well,
can I tell you some dirty jokes?
not today. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go now, Tommy. But
Okay.
I do wanna let you know that it was a nice pleasure talking to you.
Oh, you too.
Remembering San Mateo and high school. Wow, you're remembering some teachers. Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, and you're one of my favorite people from my class because there wasn't a whole lot of favorite people in my class. I had so many friends that were a year younger and they were at Aragon and stuff. But you've always been one of my favorite people from our class.
Oh, well, thank you, Tommy. That's really nice of you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, you have a good one, and have a nice Labor Day weekend. Hope it goes well. Maybe get some barbecue or some hot dogs. I already started eating hot dogs.
I doubt that, but I got carne asada here.
All right. Hey, that's good. That's much better. I wish I had that.
Okay,
Okay, Tommy. Well, you have a good one. Thank you so much.
you too. My pleasure.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Well, there you have it. Shella Monterrosa-Carpio. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Shella. You're the first one who's ever resisted my dirty jokes on the show. But that's only because you know me very well and you know the kind of jokes I already tell, so that's okay. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes!